First, I wanted to tell you that we had a really mean flight attendant on our trip back.
The older woman?
Yeah.
I was leaning across the aisle talking to somebody in the seat beside me. She almost took my head off with the beverage cart. Almost decapitated me.
She really appears to be. You ever run into somebody that is just flat out mean, and they are happy about being mean? It's an odd thing. They actually enjoy it. She was mean, and the most amusing / sad thing was the way she yelled at a poor, sweet little Chinese woman.
Chinese?
Did you see that happen on the flight? We were, they do that thing, and I hate it now. There's some things about the flying that drive me crazy lately. Now, there used to be a thing where you had some time to get yourself organized once you would land. You had some time to get your belongings, everything organized, and get off the plane. Now, it's a race. They don't let you get up until they get to the gate. And then you hear this beep, and then everybody's off. Right. Then it's about 6.3 seconds before the door opens. And then, of course, you have people yelling from behind, "Why aren't you moving? Why aren't you moving?" So this poor little Chinese woman was going to get herself together and she stood up to arrange something. That mean flight attendant came screaming from the back of the airplane, yelling all the way down the hall, "Sit down, woman! Sit down!" The woman looks at her and says, "I not speak English. I not speak English."
I know.
I not know.
That is so funny because we were on opposite ends of the airplane, and I had already noticed there's obviously something to it, that she was an old, crabby hag of a flight attendant. I mean, a lot of people she was snapping at, almost, as I said, decapitated me with a beverage cart, and then I didn't know about the incident with the Chinese woman.
Screaming at this poor little sweet woman, and the woman's confused. She's not from around here. She doesn't know.
No.
She doesn't know what she's saying. And he's yelling at her.
She started yelling at her, and then she took her own hand, the flight attendant did, and slammed down the thing that she'd opened. Almost took off the little Chinese woman's hand.
Slapped her cabinet down.
And
Get up, sit up. And the woman thought, I think she thought she was
Judge Judy in a stewardess's uniform.
Yeah, that's it.
And then, did you tell him what she did to Anna?
No, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Well, Anna wasn't, Anna's pregnant, and it's tough for her to get in those little airplane seats and get comfortable. She went back, because this flight wasn't very full, to a seat that had, a couple of empty ones. And the same stewardess came over and said, "Ma'am, I don't think that you're qualified. You're in an exit row, and we don't think that you would be able to, do the things you need to do if you're sitting in."
Anna could have landed that airplane, much less gotten out the exit.
And
Probably better than I could have, or anybody else.
You know how some people
really?
Made her move.
You know how some people walk around like looking for a problem, like looking for somebody. She was just kind of that sort of thing. She was
on her shoulder.
looking for somebody to get in there.
I think it was an age thing. I think because all the other flight attendants were young and vibrant, and she was, I don't know how old she was, but she looked old, haggardly.
You think she was ill because she was older?
Had a chip in. Probably working towards retirement, and she probably can see it from where she currently is, and just did, But she was horrible.
She was, and she had this militant hard walk. I mean, you could hear her heels coming down the aisle.
It was Nurse Ratched. It was like Nurse Ratched.
Terrible.
And the plane actually shook when she'd walk down. She had such a walk,
Yeah.
Bless her heart.
Big old.
Yeah, she might have been having a bad day.
Haggardly she was. Haggardly. Merle Haggardly. Looked like Merle Haggard in a stewardess's suit.